Welcome to Storytime with Sugar. Today we're reading All Pigs Are Beautiful. I love pigs. I don't care if they're little pigs or big pigs with long snouts or short snouts, with ears that stick up or ears that flop down. I don't mind if they're black or white or ginger or spotted. I just love pigs. If you really twisted my arm and said you have to have a favorite kind of pig, what is it? Then I might have to say a black and white spotted, medium snouted, flop-eared pig that comes from Gloucestershire. Though all of the pigs I have ever owned, my one particular favorite was a boar called Monty, who was a large white. A male breeding pig is called a boar. The luckiest pigs, like Monty, live outside. Monty never looked very white because he lived out in the woods where there was a pond in which he liked to wallow, but he looked very large, and he was. A good coating of mud protects a pig from sunburn. I bought him as a youngster, but when he was full grown, he weighed 600 pounds. Monty was so gentle. When I went out to feed him and his 10 wives, he would come galloping through the trees at my call, a really monstrous and frightening sight to anyone who didn't know what a pushover he was. What he really loved, once he'd finished his slop, was to be scratched on the top of his head between his big ears, and it always affected him in the same way. A pig can eat everything you can and more besides. You couldn't digest grass and roots and tubes, for instance, but a pig can. His eyes, with their long pale lashes, would close in ecstasy, and slowly his hindquarters would sink down until he was sitting on his bottom like a huge dog. Oh, this is lovely. You could almost hear him thinking, what more can life offer? Most pigs aren't so fussy. Just having their back scratched is enough for them. They squirm with pleasure. And of course, you have to talk to them. Pigs, like people, enjoy a good talk, so don't just stand there saying nothing. Piggy, piggy, piggy will do if you don't happen to know the pig's name. Pigs have a very keen sense of smell. They can smell food even when it's buried underground. If I'm talking to a big fat sow and don't know what she's called, I usually call her Mother or Mommy. They like that. A female breeding pig is called a sow. Sows who live outdoors build large nests of grass, sticks, and bracken in which to have their babies. A sow normally has between 8 and 12 piglets at a time. Each piglet chooses its own private tit and returns to it for every feeding. Sows spend their lives having babies, lots of them, and they take as good care of them as your mom does of you. Well, almost. Trouble is, newborn piglets are so small that sometimes the sow lies down and squashes one. Your mother would never do that to you, I hope. Of course, while you're busy talking to pigs, telling them how wonderful they or their babies are, the pigs are talking back. Young female pigs are called gifts. Those who don't know much about them just hear grunts and squeaks. But there are all kinds of things a pig might be saying to you if you understand the language, such as you can see, pigs have cloven hoofs. They walk on their third and fourth toes. Once a sow has been mated, the farmer expects her piglets to be born 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days later. How kind of you to admire my children, or scratch a little harder, please. Up a little to the left, down a little. Yes, that's it. Or, well, no, actually, you're not the first person to call me beautiful. Or, this food is really excellent. Yum, yum. Thanks a lot. But, of course, pigs, like people, aren't always sunny and good-tempered. And you might hear, hurry up, you stupid two-legged creature. I'm starving and you're late. Or, don't you dare pick up one of my babies or I'll bite you. And do be careful. Pigs have a horrible bite, so don't take any chances. Pigs can be stubborn like people, which makes them difficult to herd. Pigs that are well taken care of and well fed rarely need the vet. A pig's insides are pretty much the same as ours too. Heart and lungs and liver and kidneys and stomach, they're all in the same places as ours are. And pigs, like people, can eat meat or vegetables or both. Like people, or at least people who have been potty trained, pigs have very clean habits and will never soil their own nest. Have you noticed how often I've said that pigs are like people? That's one of the reasons I like them so much. There is one big difference, though. People can be good-looking or just ordinary-looking or plain ugly, but all pigs are beautiful.